Hi Richard. Well, we've moved further on with your car now, and I've got the body back on the chassis, only temporarily, just so that we can do the bits of bodywork that we want to do. I want to cut the left-hand rear fender off and the tail light panel, and do the repairs on the rear end, and we thought best to do that with the body on its chassis rather than do that on our dolly and wind up with something with a twist in it or whatever. So we've just laid it back on Pro 10. I didn't get any video of the chassis finish because I didn't have my camera here that day, and we wanted to get it hung back on. I've got one of our guys away on vacation at the moment, so we had to do that whilst all hands were here. But the chassis looks very, very nice. I will, when this comes off again, it'll be dusty, so we'll need to wash it down, and I will get some more on video there for you, but you can just see the new fuel lines and whatnot in place, rear body mounts in place, new rear body mount cups in the body, and a little bit I'll show you in the engine compartment. You can see all the front suspension all built up with new bushes, new stainless steel fuel lines and what have you. Your radiator support is back in. New brake lines there, you can see going around the front. I'm also waiting for a new front to rear brake line to come from America, so once that's here, again when the body comes back off after these repairs are done, we'll put that on. We hung your old steering back on again temporarily. The steroids didn't arrive from the US, so we've put that on just so we can steer the car and move it around. I can't remember if I got any of this with the paint stripped or not now. Alan's had a bit of a look around, and we've got a bit of a nasty on this wing, a little bit of a nasty round the rear bumper moulding, and there's a repair crack on this fender just in there. I must admit, Alan and I are in not total agreement about this at this stage. I'm sort of leaning towards wanting to put another wing on to do away with those bits of repairs that are needed, whereas he's all for keeping the as many original panels on the car. So, you know, I guess there's pros and cons to both. But the rear light panel will need to be replaced, because you've got the problem where it's deeper on this side than on this side. We've cut this piece out. We've robbed that out of that panel, which is going to be scrapped, and that's gone on the 68 over there, which I'll show you in a second. This wing is going to be replaced because again it's all messed up round here, and this line here, none of this is right. It's not pronounced enough and not sharp enough, so rather than try and make anything of that, we are going to replace that fender. We've also got this problem on the deck lid as well by the tail light. It's broken in this corner, so we've got a mould that we took off another car, I don't know, year, 18 months ago, something like that, to do a repair. And what we're going to do is grind out all this filler, cut this corner out, and then lay that on top like that, bolt it down, and then lay up from underneath to get the shape good again, and that will work well. I mean, the car that we did that for originally, it was superb. You wouldn't know that job had been done, so that's all good. There's also a crack in that front fender there and a load of filler. We have stripped the paint off the bonnet, but I haven't tried the bonnet back on. Again, I think we'll probably do that at a later date. There goes. I'll just go and answer that phone. Hang on.